Hello, welcome to How to Play Pharaoh's Grave, a game for one player. This game comes to us from the Solitaire app, Super Solitaire for iOS. It was an old game ported to the iOS system. You'll need 2 decks of cards, and what you're basically doing after you shuffle those decks together is you're going to be dealing out 4 rows of 7 cards each. And this is a free sale game, so certain sales have a requirement for certain cards, namely the Ace and King. The Ace of Hearts in particular, and any king must go in the spot they're designated for on the opening deal. After that, you will have to build up whatever card is in that spot. Now, if there's any card of that spot that is of its suit, and they're in both spots for that suit, this game becomes impossible to win. Now, they say you could either take those cards out and deal 2 more cards in place so that they're not of the right suit, making the game easier to win. Otherwise, it's unsolvable and you won't be able to win it. So we're going to go ahead and move our kings to their proper spots and move the Ace of Hearts to its proper spot. So we're starting out with 3 kings and the Ace of Hearts, so that's 4 different cards in their proper place, so that's a good sign. And we have 1 free sale open. I find it particularly advantageous to keep that sale open for the most part and not overfill your cells, so that way you have some range and some ability to move. And so we'll move that king there because hopefully we'll be able to place it later. And that's one of the things with a lot of solitaires of this nature is that you don't want to overfill if you have the ability to keep something free. You want to somewhat pre-plan. Now I could have put that, well no, I wouldn't have been able to put that 10 of clubs down because we're going in descending order. So with the kings, we're trying to go in descending order. With the Ace of Hearts, however, it does throw your brain for a loop. This is the only foundation you're building in an upward sequence until you get to the king. Everything else you're trying to build towards an ace. So it makes this game pretty interesting in that regard. And one of the rules that was not really well written, because we never found a good source for this, is that once you've gotten through your second deal, you're then able, if you do have a card of its suit base in the base station, you're allowed to use that card as the base and then build in descending sequence, ace wrapping around the king. We never won a game like that, and we're not sure if that's the actual rule or if that's just how they programmed it and didn't realize it. So for the most part, you can do whatever you want with this. If you want to wrap around the king in that regard, if you want to just keep it as a base, if you have a card of that suit where the kings should be, I think it works just as well. But in particular, there wasn't very clear and concise rules for this game that we noted. So do be aware of that. The Wikipedia article is somewhat poorly written. You're not going to get a very clear answer out of it. But this was the best effort I could make from reverse engineering this game. Now I'm just hoping I can get that ace of, or that 8 of spades down in sequence so that I can move that 2 of spades so that I can put that king of diamonds there and the queen of diamonds on top. And there we go. Now I'm able to do that. So as soon as I realize my error, I'll go ahead and move that king of diamonds over. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So now I'll move that queen and the jack of diamonds right on top. And I'll continue on with my mission, trying to get everything down in sequence from king to ace and from ace to king, which we just did. Everything's looking pretty good. And we're starting to fill up cells. Put the king in the right spot. Now I just need the queen of spades. And I'm mostly working on spades at the moment. Unless something good comes up that's about to be useful. And there it is. And looking pretty good if I just have that 9 of spades. There it is. And that's complete, so I'll go ahead and turn it over. And it's looking like we're definitely going to be winning this pretty soon. We're almost there, and we're there. Yay, we won. How about that? That's really good news. So if you want to play actual card games against people in public, otherwise known as strangers and otherwise known as friends you haven't yet met, come to our subreddit card game meetups. Do post your city, post what games you know and what location you want to attempt to have a card game meetup at. Click under the show more in the video's description to get the rules, other card game channels that I enjoy, the music, and links to a Discord channel where we talk about card games all day, every day, and a Discord for solitaires only. You'll also see the link for that. Do call up your friends, ask them if they want to play some card games this weekend. Most of them will probably say, hey, everybody's working for the weekend. And one of your friends might say, hey, I'm off, so let's play some gin. So do like, subscribe, and share. And I want to thank today's musician, Abdul Al-Tarab, for their excellent Arabic music. So do check out their channel. Has some wonderful music, just fit this theme so well. And I will see you next video.